Alright. Looks like we are successfully live again, hopefully for good this time. I'm gonna post the stream announcement on Twitter and we'll go ahead and get started. Alright, I'm going to switch layouts over to the gaming stream and we'll jump in. Alright. I think everything is up and running. I'm not seeing any problems with the YouTube diagnostics from the stream, but I'll be keeping a close eye on it. After tinkering around at my hardware yesterday, I reset my modem, then my router, and it seemed to fix the problem, but I'd already postponed the stream to today, so I didn't want to go and confuse people. But hopefully things should be fine today. If I run into that problem again, then I'll know to reset both parts of my hardware. But hopefully that won't be an issue. I definitely think that problem is something I hadn't seen before I got this new internet package. I don't know if it's really related to that, but either way, let's get back to Nocturne. When we last left off, we had finished off all the bosses in the Ikebukuro tunnel, the Onis. While the stream was up briefly yesterday, I tried moving on to the next area in Asakusa, and wasn't able to get in because there's a cutscene I'm missing that I'm pretty sure the game didn't explicitly tell me about. But after researching some message boards, I figured it out. So what we're going to do is we're going to port to the main terminal, and then I'm going to go to Ginza. There's a cutscene with one of our old buddies that we need to get first in order to trigger the next major area opening. It's possible there was a dialogue bit that I missed, but for life of me, I can't remember. Apparently, you're supposed to see this cutscene before you even go to the Ikebukuro tunnel, but here we go.
Oh man, it's you. So you made it out all right.
Hi, Hijiri.
How'd you know I was here?
The internet told me.
I heard what Hikawa pulled off. Didn't think he'd wipe out the mantra completely. That nightmare system. It's deadlier than I could have imagined. But I'm not giving up yet. If Hikawa makes a move, we may just find us some clues. Maybe we can figure out where the nightmare system is. Or at least find the maiden who's running it. Unfortunately, this terminal's under Nihilo control. Meaning I can't do much digging without raising a red flag. We need to find a terminal the Nihilo doesn't know about. Oh, remember those mannequins that were enslaved by the mantra? I heard they're rebuilding the town of Asakusa. There could be a Nihilo free terminal over there. With the mantra out of the way, the road to Asakusa might have cleared up, but not enough for me to make it safely. Maybe I can get there with this terminal. Shoot, I should just ask the guy right in front of me. You, feel like going to Asakusa?
Sure.
Get there first and contact me through the Amala network. My job will be much easier. Besides, you're plenty strong. I'm sure you'll make it in one piece. Will you do it for me? Thanks. Can't tell you how much I appreciate this. I'll tell you everything I find out there, so let's stay in touch, alright? I'll be waiting then. You should check out the tunnel in East Ikebukuro. If the rumor's true, it'll take you to Asakusa.
Yeah, this cutscene is definitely supposed to be triggered before we go to the tunnels. I just missed it.
On this terminal, but you'll probably have better luck than me.
Alright, buddy. Now we're going to have to hoof it back through Ikebukuro Tunnel, but now we've got everything we need. We'll just need to pass through the main areas of the dungeon, go out the other side and into the overworld, and now, instead of having our path blocked in Asakusa, we should be fine. Which means I'll probably... Oh, I think I'm still not at full health. Yeah, I'm going to go to Ikebukuro and heal first, and then port into the dungeon. I think my entire party is still somewhat weak after fighting all the Oni bosses. So let me do that. Yeah, we're almost out of magic. Let's see, we hit 43. I guess I can see if there's any fusions worth doing while we're here. I think our breakpoint for one of the ones we wanted is 44. Yeah, Dionysus. Could fuse Mothman. The Mothman's got pretty decent caster stats. Null, Fire Dark, weak against Elec. So we're not really using Yamotsushikome. Saru Tahiko's got a bunch of physical skills, though. Be kind of a waste to fuse him into Mothman. We could fuse Black Ooze and Saru Tahiko into Yaksini. She is a more physical attack based demon. I'm gonna take a hit on strength, a little more balanced magic stat. Null's Force, weak against Elec again. I don't know if she'd be that much more useful. And I have Saru Tahiko kind of designated as the utility skill guy anyway. He's got the anti-darkness and anti-hazard floor abilities. Let's see. What else we have? Could fuse Orthrus. Orthrus might be a good component for something better. As you can see, Nue and Black Ooze. Passing War Cry on wouldn't be bad.
Are you sure?
We need to make room since we're going to be going into a new zone anyway. Ideally, if we can free up some party space and get some better demons, then we can start upgrading our team that way.
All right.
Okay, we could fuse Orthrus up into Zuke's. Oh, the bird. High speed, pretty meh, even stats and everything else. Does have res though, which isn't bad. Onka. Monkey Man. Strength based, high speed, and nothing too compelling. Tetrakarn's not a bad skill though. That's Fizz Repel, I think. Orthos and Kushinaga fuse up to Quetzalcoatl. This one's pretty far out. Super high Vite stat. Physical based. Not going to be too helpful since Kushinada's got caster abilities. I'm not seeing anything super compelling here either. We'll leave that for now.
Right.
What I'll do is I'll hit the save point, port over to the Ikebukuro tunnel, and proceed to the next zone. Trying to take too much damage along the way. The next area in Asakusa is a town anyways, but I'd like to save my money. Hey, free life stone. I think the majority of the mobs between here and the next zone are going to be fairly auto-friendly. In the tunnel, I'll have to watch out for the insta-kill enemies. Other than that, it should be pretty easy. And I'm hoping the next town has a shop that sells repel. Repel spells. Being able to keep encounter rates down will definitely make getting through some of these dungeons easier. I will save magic for now. Oh, now I gotta try and remember the critical path out of here. I think I need to leave up to the left and head out. Yeah, the new ways are the ones that have Mamudo. It'd be very unfortunate for a main character to get tagged by an insta-kill. Mostly because it'd be wasting time. I think we go down one floor, then directly north, which puts us here, and then we go in the middle. Yeah, and then it takes us up to the save point. Alright. I think I remember where to go. I really hope in SMT 5, when that comes out, they have an on-screen map. There's something in the corner or on the side of the screen that shows your active spot in a dungeon or zone, so you don't have to keep pulling up a map separate screen every couple seconds. Speaking of SMT 5, I think it was last week a new trailer dropped. The game looks really cool. Comes out in November, I think, on the Switch. And I think it's only on Switch initially. Okay. Kelpie basically told us about the evolution mechanic that happens with some demons. Alright. North. Up one floor. Up another floor, and then that should be it. Everything on the YouTube stream diagnostics page still looks good. And I'm not seeing any drop frames in OBS. I think connection-wise we're good. These people filter in. If anyone sees issues with stream quality, let me know. I think we are good. Fingers crossed. Not my money. One of the Magatamas we got for clearing the last zone gives us Null Mind. Or it's strong against Fizz, but the next skill it imparts is Null Mind, I think. I actually don't remember. Oh, we still have Iomonte on, alright. Oh. Okay, I need to go pick up some items near the boss store, that's right. I did do that yesterday, but I didn't save before the stream went down. Alright, there is another Magatama that I'm going to pick up that I can slot in. And it'll give me Null Mind as a skill once I level up. Yeah. Straight ahead is the boss door. This is where we fought Ongyoki. Yeah, Evil Gaze. It's a dark element attack, and if it hits successfully, drops you to 1 HP. It's a nasty ability. And because I'm a decent level, most of the enemies in this particular dungeon are just a nuisance more than anything. It would be nice if I had repel stuff, like just throw that on and bypass most of these fights, but I think I used my last one just getting here. Alright, here we go. Murakumo. Yep, bead. Murakumo, physical ailment nullifying skills, strong against fizz, weak against fire, ice. The elemental weakness is a bit of a risk, but if nothing else, putting it on to get the Null Mind skill will be useful. Having that equipped should keep our main character from getting confused and muted. A couple of the mind-based status ailments will be completely nullified by having that. So it'll be worthwhile. I may switch it back out after that, depending on whatever the next skill in the queue for learning is. think I'm going to need to be on the lookout for some more physical damage resistant demons. I've got decent casters, but most of my demons can't take hits too well. I tend to get injured relatively quickly, which puts a big drain on my MP. Alright, this is where I was poking around briefly before the stream died yesterday. That was Kuramae. And now we should be able to just walk in the front of Asakusa. And now we got actual progress. This is the city of the mannequins. And I can't remember if this is a neutral town. The main landing area here doesn't seem to have enemy encounters, which is good. What we can do is heal, save, check out the shop. And then that will be pretty much our point to explore around and not have to worry.
Surprise, surprise. Looks like we both made it. Sorry if I pressured you too much, but I think the end result was worth it. It took a while, but I was finally able to pinpoint the route to this terminal. Not bad for an ordinary human, eh? Oh yeah.
Sure.
I found out something interesting about Asakusa. The mannequins are actually created nearby, using black mud scooped up from the riverbank. No wonder they're so adamant about fixing up the place. It's practically their home. Anyway, like I suspected, the terminal here is free from Neolo surveillance. It's perfect for monitoring their activities and finding out about the nightmare system. I'll need a little time to investigate, but it shouldn't take too long to find out everything we need to know. That being said, why don't you go look around for a while?
Alright. This should give us a new fast travel point in the Amala network too. If we need to port back here for whatever reason, that shouldn't be an issue. Alright, we've got Cathedral, shop.
Hello there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, fire type Magatama Gehenna. This one's fire magic. Nirvana, light type magic. It's magic and magic abilities. I do want to get all of the Magatama eventually, but for now I think we're okay. They're kind of expensive. I have 113k. Could buy revival beads here. There's no magic recovery items and no repel.
Heyo.
All right.
Got it.
Alright, nothing too useful for now. Let's keep moving. Oh, it's collector guy. Okay, I'll have to come back later. Oh yeah, this is the old guy.
Whoa! Futo Mimi. Mifuna Shiro.
Mifunashiro. Okay. Separate section here. Basically all of the NPCs that were in the underpass area are now moved to this central location. Alright. That's where we need to head. So I'll just take a look around and see if there's anything else worthwhile. Evil mannequin. This is the west entrance. I think this pops us out on the side of this major area. Yeah, over here. Still part of the main area. Sakahagi. Alright, I'm gonna go to the point of interest first, as I think we're gonna actually get an objective to find the crazy psychopath mannequin. Let me do that first. Alright. Don't give me any information then. Where is this? This lead down to the middle? Oh no, this way. This whole area is a bunch of connected smaller areas that you kind of travel between. The Nihilo, or kind of the main antagonistic force so far. Bug thingy? Oh. This is a puzzle type game, and if you beat it, you get a Magatama, I think. Oh, it's like this is a block sliding puzzle, I think. Yeah. Is there a way to restart? I am not good at these types of logic puzzles. So I'll try a couple of them and then I'll head back to the main objective. I'm not going to sit here and make you guys watch me fail at what are probably fairly simple puzzles. Whoops. Ray. I don't know how many of these there are. Oh. I think I need to flip it the other way. Oh, that's where that last one goes. Ah. There's no undo. It'd be nice if there was an undo button. Is there an undo button? No. Oh, there it is. Alright. Pretty sure the first block I'm supposed to drop is here. think I'm close. There we go. I guess I can keep working on these until I really hit a wall. Imagine this is not the most amusing gameplay to watch. Let's see, I think I need to get that in the middle. That's where it was. Try getting it over here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, now we got multi blocks. Yeah. Oh, those are raised. I see. I think I need to get the vertical 2 block directly above where I'm at now. Yeah, one of these I'm going to need to push into the sides. I think all the spots I need to fill in are right around here. Did it not move further over than that? It's not. Oh, I see. It's hitting the hole. That's why. Nope, that's not gonna work. Oh, there's a wall there. Is there a wall there? Alright, I'm not going to do all these now. We'll be here for 4 hours if I try and solve all the puzzles. I'll have to figure out what specific Magatama... No. Which one that gives, and maybe I'll get it later, off camera. I did better than I thought I would, though. You know, I'm usually pretty bad at those puzzles. That was Chiaki. Alright, Pisaka, Orthrus, Black Ooze. Need to keep an eye out for potential new demons to scout. Our overall goal is to get through each of these levels until we hit some sort of quest objective. The Nues, just like in the tunnel, are not terribly strong, but they have that insta-kill spell. That's why I've been using Tetraja at the beginning of the fight. I don't need to do that. In fact, I could probably just auto him. I just don't want to accidentally get one shot. We'll keep moving through the outlying areas. Oh, this is a dead end? Alright. Some of the spots here on little island sections won't lead anywhere, and they'll have items or something else. So I guess we'll just be thorough. Try and explore all the different paths as we look for the objective. There's nothing like calling super powerful weapon the nightmare system. It'd be like calling a giant planet destroying weapon the Death Star. bind. Paralysis status, that's what that is. Scouting for ailment resistance on demons is going to become important, I think. Even if the enemies aren't particularly strong, if they can inflict ailments on your whole party and they never hit the enemy, then it's still bad. Alright, that's mute status. Which means no skills. Once I get Null Mind, that should negate that status ailment for good. But until then... Oh, stun. Still functions like paralysis. Alright, now we're in the inner ring. I think our objective is in the middle. We're pretty close to level on the Demi Fiend. That should give us Null Mind, which I guess is going to be handy here since a lot of the enemies use status ailments. Mifunashiro. Futomimi was the leader of the mannequins. We saw him in Kabukicho. Alright, that brings me down here. Before we head into the middle, which I'm assume is progress, I want to finish exploring the rest of the dungeon. Just in case there's something valuable here. Oh, save point. Okay, that's good. Oh, that was our other classmate, Isamu. Because the Magatama we're using is fire and ice weak, I think. I'll have to keep that in mind before I go into a boss fight. If I can guess what magic the boss uses, I want to make sure I'm not using that particular weakness. Tracked pipe. I will never use one of those items normally. If you're in an area where you're trying to grind and just get experience, the attract skills are pretty useful since it ups the already high encounter rate even more. But until then, I'd much rather use the repulse spells to drop the encounter rate, because it's kind of annoying. This game being fairly old, from the PS2 era, is from that sort of generation of RPGs where you get tons of random encounters, usually every few steps. Okay, I think we're done with this particular section. This is Mifunashiro. What's the save point here too? Oh, this is a big one too. All right, here's Asakusa. So by saving, this particular spot should give us another teleport fast travel point of interest. It's pretty handy if we need to get to the middle and then get out.
Welcome to our land. Just as I foresaw, you have arrived at Asakusa. I cannot say much at this point, but I am certain we will meet again. Your destiny foretells it. Have you already seen your fill of Asakusa? Then you must have witnessed everyone working hard to restore the city. After all, we mannequins have never had a place of our own. As for this place, we stand on sacred ground where only mannequins are allowed. We call this Mifunashiro, the holy land of our people. Beyond here lies our motherland, the place we were born. Even if we owe you our lives, I cannot allow you to pass. I'm truly sorry about that. I must now meditate on the future, for prayer always leads to an answer. What can be done to shape this world so that we mannequins can live in peace? We need this answer soon. Oh, yes. Beware a mannequin named Sakahagi. He is a traitor to our cause, having committed unforgivable atrocities. He is likely somewhere in Asakusa, stalking in the shadows. If he is to hinder you in any way, please understand that he is not one of us. With that, I must be going. Farewell.
Right. Pretty sure we can find that particular encounter in one of the outlying areas. Okay. We could either walk out or we can port to the main part of town. I think I'm going to do that and then just head... Was it west? The west exit? Yeah, we can see if encountering Sakahagi is a required fight. We can also talk to Hijiri at the terminal. This is see what our next progression point is. I should have healed. I guess we'll find out by exploring this particular section whether we're supposed to be here or not. Laughter, that's a call ads ability. All right, no mind. Let's see, what can we swap out? Weak counterattack. I think we'll get a better one later. Oh, nerve is the other one. Null nerve, null mind might not be bad to have on main character. Basically means you can't get confused, muted, paralyzed. Yeah, I think slotting in that particular ability is gonna be useful. Okay, that's probably a boss fight. I wonder if there's a save room around here. Apparently not. I do find it interesting that a lot of the mobs in this particular area are more or less recycled from the Ikebukuro tunnel. Would have expected there to be a different enemy set here. Alright, level up, strength, counter, that's not bad. It's almost full HP MP recovery. Pretty handy. At this point in the game, we don't have a way to get magic recovery items, so everything we pick up is going to be pretty valuable. Alright. Should be a boss fight.
It would have been wiser had you simply handed over your Magatsuri. But instead, you dare to oppose me? I thought you were smarter than that. Well, I won't complain. Now I have a fresh, new skin to add to my collection. Who's there? Damn, you had me startled. I thought those pesky mannequins were back. They're all a bunch of weaklings. Save the one who escaped from the mantra. He's been giving me quite the headache as of late. It would have made my life life a lot easier had he bled out in Ikebukuro. But I suppose I should thank him for leading his followers here. It's like a Magatsuhi feeding frenzy. I've been harvesting the stuff, matter of fact. Eventually, I'll have enough to dominate all demons. You're a demon. You know how it is. The way the thirst consumes you as you drink your fill. You're thirsty for Magatsuhi right now, aren't you?
Not really.
You don't want Magatsuhi? You're one misfit of it. Well, I should be moving along. Maybe we'll run into each other again. Just remember, I'm Sakahagi, and soon enough, I'll be the king of all demons.
Oh, we're not actually fighting him here? Alright, guess that's it for this area. I wonder if we have to chase after him. I guess we can go back to the main stretch of town. Maybe we can talk to Hijiri at the terminal. See if we get some tips as to where our next progress point is. I guess I can also heal while I'm here. Oh, alright.
Hey.
Cutscene's
nice
good.
Timing. How was Asakusa? Well, I've got good news about the nightmare system. If you can call it good news. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words. So why don't I just show you? You see it, right? That's the obelisk in Chiyoda.
Chiyoda.
The nightmare system's inside there, along with all the Magatsuhi that's been gathered. In other words, we found the Nihilo's real headquarters. As far as who's operating the system, I'll bet it's that woman they call the Maiden. While I have no idea how it works, it's clear this thing is a threat.
Looks like the Washington Monument.
I'd storm in there myself if I could, but I'm nowhere near strong enough. Bottom line is, unless someone does something, Ikawa's about to take over the world. So, if you don't want that to happen, that someone might need to be you. You'll need to deactivate the obelisk and return the flow of Magatsuhi in the Vortex world back to normal. To reach said obelisk, you can use the secondary entrance to the Nihilo's old headquarters. That entrance is locked right now, but I can take care of that. With this terminal, it'll be but the obelisk looks like it stretches up forever. And who knows what kind of demons lie in wait there. We don't know what kind of power this so-called maiden has either. All I can say for sure said it won't be easy. But if there's anyone who can pull it off, it's you.
Okay, guess we're going to Chiyoda? Where was that? Was that outside Ikebukuro? Or was it outside Ginza? Let me go to Ginza first. He said secondary entrance to the Nihilo base. So that should be that section south of whichever city it was. Alright, I'll just head out and take a look. I think it was Ginza. Alright, we did hit 44. So probably next time I come back to town, hit a cathedral, we confuse Dionysus. That demon should be pretty useful. I'm just gonna have to be careful which ones I use. I think Dionysus is a caster. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's where we need to go. Which way is... I wonder if I have to go in the first entrance, get the other side. Can't pass through here. Yorakucho. Alright. Alright, this particular spot is not accessible. We did that dungeon before. I guess I can see if there's any entrances in Ginza itself, but I don't think so. Yeah, this is just different ways to get into the town. We'll keep looking in the overworld, see if we can find the path forward. I can't pass through here. Alright, let's see. You can try going across the bridge. Just check out the outlying areas. This is Tsukiji. Here's the freeway. Okay, that goes just up to the side. Is there a cash cube here? Yeah, the enemies in this area are all pretty trivial. Just here to be annoying. Soma droplet. Alright, this is Ariake. Does not look like there's point of interest here. Alright, I can try and take the freeway all the way around and see if it gets us closer to that other building. Getting pretty lucky at dodges. I'm assuming it's because the enemies are a lot lower level than my party. That's why they're having trouble hitting me. Which is good, considering main character is weak against ice. Alright, where was this? Oh, Harumi Warehouse. that goes to the underpass. We took this particular route on foot. I just don't remember where it drops us. Oh, is it gonna drop us? Okay, yeah. I think this is where we need to go. I thought I came this way before. Maybe not. Poison. At some point, once we get further in the game and start getting access to more demons, it'd be helpful to scout out a utility demon that just has a bunch of the ailment curing skills. Skills like, I think Pulse Moody is one of them. Paralati or something like that is for paralysis. Patra, I think, is another one. Basically, when you get further in the game, you start dealing with a lot of elements. If you could put a bunch of the skills on the one demon and just keep them on the sidelines, and they can cure party members after fights. Alright, now we're in Shibata. Yeah, Shibata. Here's Shiba. It's a monster in a box. That's a scripted fight. Had we done that earlier in the game, that might have been more difficult. Okay, this is where we need to go. Oh, that is very unfortunate. Ah, I forgot that those angel enemies can cast light equivalent of the insta-kill. Hamaowned. Hamaowned is higher chance to insta-kill. Ah, come on. All right. Well, now I know where I need to go. That scenario right there is why once you start getting more of the Magatama that grant elemental resistances, one of the ones that it pays to level up is the one that gives you either drain or repel, expel, and death. So it's, I think you can do it in two different, it takes up 2 slots, but if you put the nullifying or repel or drain versions of those skills on your main character, it means you can't be insta-killed by anything. which definitely comes in handy later. And I don't have a way to block that. It's pretty much RNG that you get targeted with the single target ones, and RNG and whether or not it actually goes off and kills you. The group ones are just a crapshoot at that point, and those are pretty bad. There's Hamaowned and Hamaowned. I think those are in this game. They're basically group versions of the single target one that just killed me. Unfortunately, it's not hard to get back there since all the enemies in this area are pretty easy. It's just a waste of my time. We'll come back for that other cash cube. Alright, back where we just died. I guess if I see those enemies again... Oh. More than one has that skill, apparently. Not ailments. Okay, secondary engines, assembly of Nihilo. You should just be able to proceed through this particular dungeon. I don't know if this is a full-scale dungeon like the first entrance. It may just be a pathway into the next zone. Oh, and it's dark. Great. All right, we have new enemy set. Assuming these ones are going to use dark element abilities. They're not worth a ton of experience, even though this new set of enemies. So we'll see how dangerous they are. They don't need to be high level to use insta-kill spells. No, are we entering this room from another angle? Yes. I wonder if this is technically a shortcut. So find out. What I can do is go and save. I think I'll do that first. I go save at the save point on this floor, and then we'll continue exploring. I think last time we came here we had a cutscene and then we left. Oh, okay. Guess we can't go back that way. Shame. Maybe there'll be another save point in the area beyond. As we proceed, the game's going to start getting less generous with the save terminals. This whole area is a neutral corridor, though. No enemy encounters according to the radar. It's a really long corridor. We're on B15. Guess we're going back up. Moto no Uchi. Alright, this is another large terminal. This gives another fast travel point. So it's either going to be another dungeon or the next major town type area. Ah, here's where the obelisk is at. Chiyoda. Okay. I guess we're heading in here. Guess what I can do is scout the area, then maybe head into the obelisk and start working on that dungeon. I don't think I'm going to get all the way through it in this particular session, but we'll at least see what's in the immediate area here. Cash money. That's pretty much it. Obelisk. Karasu Tengu. Have you seen these before? Can't remember if we've seen enemies that are similar to this. So I'll try and recruit them. See if I'm high enough level to do so. I'm completely out of chakra drops. Aw. Guessed wrong. Oh, a Baphomet. He's gonna try and recruit his Eligor. HP. Getting spendy. Yeah, lucky guess. Fallen Eligor. Alright, Eligor comes in at 29. A little bit lower in level, but I don't think we have any fallen type demons. Look at his skills. Null's dark, strong against Fizz, weak against Elect. I have a lot of Elect weak guys. Hell Thrust, Rakukaja, Dark Might. Next level learns Mudo. That could be useful. Alright, we got a save point. This is an S terminal. I guess we have to port to the Marunouchi entrance in order to get here. That's fine. I'm actually going to port back to town, take a look at my fusion options, see if I can get Dionysus. Guess we'll go to... I'll go to Ikebukuro. This particular city works pretty well as a place to port back to, just because everything's close together. Alright, let's see what we got.
Welcome to the Cathedral of Shadows, where demons gather.
Eligor gives us ability to fuse. Oh, it can fuse Dionysus using this one. Can also fuse a Mothman. Just taking a look at the loadout of skills. Might not be bad to fuse up a Mothman with some of these abilities. Yomotsu Shikome, she's got actually a pretty good loadout of skills. Her stats suck, so she won't be useful, but
Are you sure?
let's see. We might be able to make this fusion work. I think Hamaowned's definitely going to be something we want to hold on to. Anti-Dark is good to pass on, but it's not necessarily useful on this demon. Sonic Wave, Panic, that's not too useful. Rakunda, Agilao. Yeah, maybe we can do defense down and mid-tier fire single target. I think that'll be better than mid-tier wind for all targets. But that's actually not a bad loadout. I'll make sure that Shikome is registered. That way if I need to bring one out later with that skill set, then I could just resummon her and fuse her. First things first, let's see. We can fuse Sarasvati and Kushinada. Gives us Dionysus. Only 3 slots though. I don't know if that's gonna be enough. Oh, that's right. This one, Kushinada has the sleep insta-kill combo. I'm gonna make sure she's registered too. Oh, it's just level based? Okay.
Are you sure?
Got a couple options. How much would it cost to resummon her? 27k? We could fuse her into Dionysus, drop the sleep insta-kill, and then try and put that skill set on somebody else. That might not be a bad idea.
All right.
So we're gonna get more. Let's see, slightly lower Vite, higher speed, lower luck. But no, it's fire, light, dark, which is pretty handy. It means no fire damage, light, dark, insta kills, and those types of spells will just instantly be nullified. Only weak against ice. Be nice if someone had ice resistances. He comes at no fire, which is pretty good to pass on to a fire weak demon. Let's see what kind of options we've got. Definitely gonna throw on Mediarama. Mana refill. Bufala and Tarunda would actually be 2 pretty useful abilities. That would give me fire attacks, ice attacks, and attack down. Recarm is nice, but not super critical because it's kind of expensive. I could also try and level Sarasvati. I think the reason why she's not passing any additional skills on is because she doesn't have any levels. Let's see. 8600 experience the next level. That would take kind of a while. Let's see. Probably find another demon that has some debuff skills. We'll go with this combination for now.
Are you sure? All right.
Alright, could fuse Shikome and Eligor. It's going to give us a Mothman with, let's see, mid-tier fire, single target, defense down, and light insta-kill. If that works.
Are you sure?
Alright.
All right.
Got ourselves a Mothman. Wazzy would be proud if she was watching this. Let's see. Bareth. Oh. Bareth has Dekaja. Do I have one of those?
Oh?
I do not. We could fuse the Mothman we just made to get Bareth and then just resummon Mothman. The reason why I'm considering doing that is because Dekaja is a very, very useful ability. Dekaja is remove buffs, I believe. What I really need is a remove buffs, a stripper demon, and a remove debuffs from my team demon. That's Dekunda, I think. Dekunda is remove all debuffs from the party. Dekaja is remove all buffs from the enemy. Let's see.
Oh? All right.
Is there any way I can get Bareth? Nope. Alright, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna burn some money here. This is basically gonna be a fuse fodder demon now. Evil Gaze is not bad. I'm gonna keep this combination of skills that are basically being passed on from Mothman on this version of Bareth.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's fine. It'll be a little redundant if I'm gonna put Mothman back in my party,
Are you sure?
but that's okay.
All right. Oh? Are you sure?
Alright, resummon
Oh?
Mothman. Bareth will fuse up into Kaiwan, which isn't bad. But probably the better fusion is with Saru Chihiko for Yomotsu Ikusa. Ikusa's a physical attacker type, a little bit less attack, better magic, lower vitality. Not necessarily an upgrade. Could fuse up. As for Kaiwan, Kaiwan's a magic type. Could potentially fuse into Kaiwan for a good caster. We'll see.
All right.
Oh, Valkyrie and Dionysus gives Adavaka. Oh, that guy's got pretty good stats. Repels light dark, weak against nerve mind. Okay. Remember that.
All right.
Alright. Let's take a look at our party. I may be entering one of the first sections of the game where I want to do some grinding to optimize my demons. Let's see. Return Sartahiko. Summon Dionysus and Bareth. And put Mothman in place of Valk. We need, is it 12,000 experience to level up Bareth once? Basically, the only reason why I have Bareth in the party at the moment is to level him enough to get Dekaja, and then I'm going to fuse him. Because, let's see, just to look.
Welcome to the Cathedral of Shadows, where demons gather.
Yeah, I could put him. Maybe I'm just better off grinding until I hit 47, then fuse him into Kaiwan. He's a good caster. So I don't want to put Dekaja on someone with low magic. Oh, we could fuse Pazuzu at 45. And basically I'm resummoning Dionysus at that point. That might be a better idea. Let's see. 16, 19, 20, 14, 19, 15. Yeah, Pazuzu's got slightly better stats. Better HP, better magic. With an ice weakness. Okay.
All right.
So I may end up doing before the next session for Nocturne, because I would like to optimize my demon party a little bit to make my life easier in some of the next sections we're going to go to. Let's see. Let me get into a couple fights and see how much experience I get just autoing mobs here. Alright, 90. Okay, this isn't going to be a good spot to do this. I'm going to need to find an area that gives at least close to 1,000. Let's see, maybe the Ikebukuro tunnels. Before I wrap up the session for today, I want to try and figure out where specifically is going to be a good spot to just grind out some levels. We could go into the actual obelisk itself, since there is a save point in there. Let me go look. If we head from the Marunouchi entrance down into the main floor where we had the save point, I can get into a couple fights and see how auto-friendly the mobs are there. Or we can test out here too. Being a more old school RPG, I wouldn't say Nocturne has a whole lot of areas that make it mandatory that you grind. But it definitely can help when you're trying to do party construction. and get demons that are gonna, one, cover each other's weaknesses, and two, have fairly optimized skill sets. So I don't mind grinding in games like this, but I'm not going to do it on stream. I feel like that's going to be pretty boring to watch. So that was about 500 for full party of enemy demons. Let's see what the actual dungeon gives us. And maybe what I can do between now and when we get back to Nocturne, which might be in a week, maybe longer if I want to mix up the gaming streams with some other stuff. I could spend some time grinding and work on building my party a little bit, and then when we get back together, we can tackle the obelisk. Now let's see. Let's see what the mobs give us here. $200. It seems a little low. Oh, Outer Habaki. That's actually a pretty useful demon from what I remember. I think those are Nullify Fizz. I'm gonna try and recruit one. I might be too low level. Let's see. Alright, too low level to be able to recruit one of those. Weak against fire. I could test the physical resistance. Yeah, these are null fizz, which is kind of handy in some areas we fight a lot of regular physical attackers. But that also means a lot of the waves here aren't going to be really that auto-friendly. Yeah, it might be better to just go back to the terminal where I poured it in and grind there. And we'll try a couple other runs with just the enemies right outside the door here. And then we'll wrap up. If I throw on the attract pipe, which I said I wasn't going to use, it would also give me more opportunities for multiple waves, and those would be worth more as far as experience goes. That's dangerous. Alright, yeah, I think I'll try and do grinding here for now. If I look around and find some other spots in between, I'll do that. But that being said, I think that'll do it for today's session. A little bit shorter than some of the other ones. But we did make progress, finally. We got out of the Ikebukuro tunnels. We made it to Asakusa. And now we're headed towards the obelisk at the Nihilo base. well, like I said before, I'll do some grinding before the next session. See if I can build out some demon parties that are gonna make that dungeon go a little bit faster. And then in the next session, we'll hopefully be able to do another chunk of progress in Nocturne. We're already clocking in at 21 hours playing this game, so it's going to be a long haul playthrough, like I mentioned. And as a result, I'll be mixing up the gaming streams with stuff that's not just Nocturne. Maybe we can do either one a week or one every other, and maybe mix in some other things. I do want to get some more time practicing in Guilty Gear Strive, so that may be in the rotation next week. For the next gaming stream, which because I had to push this one off from yesterday, is going to be tomorrow. I'm going to be doing another beatbox challenge in Slither.io. I think now that we have a better connection, I should be able to stream in a little bit higher quality, assuming there's no shenanigans with my connection again. But that should be a fun return to something we've done before. So that being said, thanks once again to all the folks that stopped by and hung out. We will pick back up with Nocturne in the near future, so I will catch you guys later. Have a good evening.